But I want to talk about the normal, major, and
The facilities.
and the facility aspect. Now, most of these halls are already going through renovation. Check and any has been renovated, and it's up to the normal standard. If you go there, the tables and chairs are now very good. They've changed the boards, the lighting, they've repainted, they've renovated the toilets.
Do we just have an anime on campus? Do we just have only an anime on campus?
That is one. Go to MP. MP has been renovated.
That was just before we
They've done a new renovation there. They've taken out the fans. The fans are now new. There's a new set of bulbs. The seats have been renovated. You can check. Same thing goes to 1,000 capacity. They are renovating. And I won't lie to you. Now, I don't even want to talk about the hall of residence, that is the hostels, because I feel the hall of residence executive should be the one to actually teach that aspect to whoever wants to occupy those hostels. Yes, they are under the union, but they have their own body that governs them.
Okay.
When you go to the hostels, as of today,
okay,
I can tell you the whole section of this unit has been renovated properly. When I mean properly, all the fans have been taken out, the old fans, and there are new set of fans, there are new set of bulbs. The seats, that is the latrine seats, has been changed. So yes, renovation is going on, and we are making sure that we are inspecting this set of things. It's not like you just tell us we are going to do this. No, we want to see what you've done, because how do we explain to the student populace that the increment you are giving us, they are not seeing the impact?
Okay, very, very much. We saw in the media that the FUNAAB media aspect, like section, released yesterday concerning Anini, and that is off session. But before we went on break, holiday, MPO 1 and 2 had been going through renovation.
Yes.
And okay, but the fans, the bulbs,
like I said, it has been they've done those things last section.
Of course.
But we when we went there, we went for inspection ourselves. We went to check where we have lapses in all these lecture halls to see is it ready for resumption. And when we saw that okay, these things are not okay, we had to list them out, and we tendered it to the management that if you are going to come with any increment, there should be explanation for them. In terms of electricity, FUNAAB, I would say FUNAAB is enjoying it. Yeah, we have at least
those on campus.
If you say those on campus, I'll say those on campus enjoy the 24 hours light. Yes, because they are paying their money for it, obviously.
Sure.
And those off campus, at least in a day, you have, if not 18 hours of light.
Okay, those are Ulu, those are Harmony, those are Isolu.
Everyone is actually enjoying that light.
I live at camp.
You live at camp. I don't want to feel sorry for those at camp. Why? Is because you are still a student of the university, and the university is actually trying. And we've tried to reach out with this the chairmans of these areas.
But let me go in there. I don't want any executive to keep saying we want to meet the chairman, we want to meet them.
We've met them.
For the past,
at least I was part of the administration that did light up camp.
Corporate,
and we moved them from
corporate. Let me chip in.
Move them to a very good band that can actually have light. And I could recall then that
let me chip in something.
Camp became what we call Camp Small London.
Okay,
because one of the executives back then, Comrade Odumala Zainab, was also at camp. Comrade Jakin was also a campite. So yes, he fought for it, and there was light.
Comrade, let me chip in something. Then when you did light up camp, we appreciate, we give you the credit. But it doesn't last 6 months. I can assure you that I live at camp all my years on campus. Till today. It didn't last a semester. So if and every session, executive will always come and tell us, we have met with chairman, we have met with chairman.
Now, the part of those chairmen is the fact that they are not open to making these things work. Now, I think the president has actually gone with some of the executive to the electrical holding unit here in Abeokuta Leme. They've gone there, they've done the agitations they are meant to do, and what we are looking towards next is going to the headquarters at Ibadan. We should understand the bands. Like, okay, I think FUNAAB is under band A. I want to know what camp is under. Like, why is camp always different from every other
Let me
person?
give you an add up. Do you know that while students are off session, we use more of electricity than
yes,
when they are on session? And I think you should work on that. We don't want to speak on that. Was it because is it because we the students do not pay, of which that is contrary to what we do?
I won't say they do not pay. Rather, they pay.
I don't want
to go through that aspect. But to my own understanding, I don't want to say it's a normal understanding.
And I don't want you to give I don't want you to give me an answer on that. Because I am sure
it's just a skeptical thing that I'm looking at. Like,
yes,
students are using more of the electricity.
Don't skeptically look towards that. I am charging you.
Yes,
and
I'm assuring you that this administration has been on the move, and as of yesterday, the president, the GenSec, and the welfare paid a visit to Leme, a courtesy visit to them to know the situation of the electricity and to charge them against this new section.
Okay, are you assuring us of a change?
Honestly.
Okay, I can take your word for that.
I'm quite sure of my president.
Okay, I can take your word for that.
Yes.
All right, if that is the case. So don't let us stop there. Now, the crucial aspect of the student welfareism is transportation.
Okay.
Now, let me state some things. Before the road, the route from camp to school was, I think
patched.
Let's use the word patched. Was patched, and it looks good a bit now. So now the drivers, the commuters say, okay, it's due to the bad road and petrol. And then petrol was at 1,200, 1,050 naira, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Now the roads are
moderable.
Yes, moderable, commutable. Before, I think from camp to school is around, if I'm not mistaken, 25 minutes.
25 minutes is much.
25 minutes. But now, you can get to school in 15 minutes.
Honestly, 10 minutes.
Sure.
Depends on who is
stopping.
We now have faster drivers.
Yeah, sure. So stopping, taking those that are going to school. So now we have low, the roads are good. And also we have a very, let's say,
pump price.
Pump price, yes.
Now, for the transportation aspect, as at, I can't give the particular date, but recently we had a meeting with these transporters, that is majorly camp, to check the price, though we are yet to fix a particular price. But we've made them understand that you can't say the roads are not good again or the fuel price is changing. At least now, to some reasonable extent, we have a stable pump price. Even if it's not stable, but max of 1,000.
It's not up to 1,000.
It's not up to, but a max of 1,000. Even if anything wants to occur.
If I believe,
even if anything wants to occur, the max we'll be having now is 1,000.
Sure.
It can't go beyond that. For now, with the current stable economy that we have.
Policies that we have.
Yes, that is one. Now the roads that you were lying about back there is now more tolerable for you. There's no cause for alarms, like you said. You don't have issues with tires or those excuses we've always had in the past. Now we need to sit down and readjust this price. And I can assure you of that aspect, that the scheme we are coming up with on the aspect of pricing of this transport is something that at the end of the day students will commend us for.
But before we go by your word, I want you to assure FUNAAB that they will go by that word. But before that, when you met with the transporters, did they agree that they were going to reduce the price?
For every first meetings, if you don't project a kind of agreement, it always come with disagreement. We disagree to agree.
But we are 1 week to resumption, if I'm not mistaken.
What if I am saying that this week there's still going to be a new meeting with the whole transport scheme now? Not just, we've done what we call the camp, the Oluwos, the normal junctions. We've done that to tell them that, see, there's a new administration on board. And one thing we are prioritizing is welfareism. And we can't keep using those previous prices. So now, we've been able to do those meetings individually. Now there's going to be a collaborative meeting where the chairman from camp to Oluwo to wherever junctions they have will be there, and will now pour everything on the table. And by that time, I'm sure we'll release a very good memo that this is the finalized price of transportation.
And you think that will be below 300 naira?
Well, hopefully.
I believe FUNAAB will be happy now. No, hopefully,
I'm actually breathing in and breathing out because we have to factor in a lot. But yes, students is our priority, and my own part is to give you the information. But the person that is going to do it, yes, we are union, we are going to do it together. But majorly, I believe in my president in that aspect. That yes, he knows what he's doing. He's very intellectual. He knows what he wants to come and do.
I believe FUNAAB knows.
So yes, they have a very good president.
But let me make something clear. FUNAAB will only be happy if the price is less than 300 naira.
What if we now do it in a way that you might not even expect that price? It's not going to be what you are thinking.
Okay, maybe it's going to be less than 200 naira. So
but yes, I'm just giving you a kind of a hope that yes, we are here for that hope, to give hope back to the student
just like a renewed hope.
I'm not going to that.
So you, FUNAAB, should listen to corporate. You're making it clear to us that we should expect a lesser price, the one that would be commendable, that FUNAAB will be very happy about.
Yes, and then we are trying to look towards the transportation scheme aspects, because this time around the amount of students coming on board is really high.
The last time we chatted, the former DVC, Professor Kola Adebayo, he stated that some cars, like some buses, mini buses, will be on campus, and beginning next session.
Yeah, actually those buses will be on campus, as he has said, and then we are trying to see if we can bring in more tricycles to operate, because I'm stating it clearly that the amount of students that will be coming on board is going to be high. We now have 2 institutions in one space.
We have the FUNAAB.
Now we have aside the at least that's FUNAAB. For what did we now have the FUNAAB? So it's going to be a tug of war, and it's not even during the normal schooling hours that will be the issue. We are looking towards the test exam period. How do we want to ease the burden of students? How do we want to divide the labors of this transport?
But are you planning on bringing more maggots?
Now,
we had just 4.
We had 4. Now, the issue about that man court is to maintain those man courts is a lot. Honestly, I think I've been in the process of trying to agitate that we should reduce the price of that man court. Yes, we reduced the price, but they were breaking down. And then what was generated could not fund it. And then we said, okay, in fact, regardless of whatever was to happen, the school should find a way
to make them work.
To make them work. We are not increasing that price. And we made sure that we regulate the price of that man court. I think it was, if you could remember, it was increased to like 150 as at a point in time.
Sure.
And then we had to bring it back to that 100 naira. Nah, it's not going to go beyond that. If it's going to break down, then it should break down.
And it has been during every session, the price increases. Now, are you assuring us that this coming session will have the same amount you paid last session?
Honestly, we would.
Okay. And we will take your word for that.
But if you break down,
no, if it breaks down, we paid for transportation, we paid for our school fees.
You're twisting it. If it breaks down,
you're trying to
the school actually take responsibility for it.
Definitely.
But I'm telling you that the price will not change. And if it changes, then you now see us in action.
But the price won't change.
It won't change. But if it does, without our notice, because if you have to change the price of any transport scheme, the union should be aware. And these are the things that have actually caused issue over time. I think I worked under the Office of the Welfare during the then Team Credibility Administration. I was one of the task force under the Welfare Committee. And then all of a sudden, one night, the price of all the transportation just changed from 15 naira to 100 naira to 150 to like 300. How come? And the union is not aware. And the bitter part of it is students don't even know that the union is not aware. And then we now have to start calling everybody on board that how come this thing changed? You now start hearing excuses upon excuses. But that's not our business. The first thing is you didn't even inform us. And we don't even care about whatever economic issues that you are facing. It's not our concern. We've been to institutions whereby the prices of their transportation is still low. So why are we having so much exorbitant prices here on campus? But like I said, when my president was campaigning, he said empowered kinship.
Sure.
So yes, you see him in action.
And so you are making it.
He has been restless over at least during this holiday. I can count. I won't say I can count safe.
We appreciate
I can see at some point I was like,
we appreciate.
Don't break down. You have not even started your work.
We appreciate the restlessness.
Yes.
But the restlessness can only be vivid when everything changes for good.
We've been able to show the first aspect that we prioritize refereeism. Honestly. Now let me give you an hint in one of the things we are trying to do with the aspect of school fees. Okay. As of today, at least we were able to